Do we have everybody present, one way or the other?
Yes,
Okay,
we
good.
do.
Thank you all.
Jane on there?
Yes.
Yep,
Jane.
Jane's on there. Mike, would you call the meeting to order, please?
I'll take the roll. Commissioner Hodgkinson? Commissioner Fahey? Can you hear me okay?
Looks like something froze.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. A little bit of an echo, but we can hear you.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, maybe it's better now.
Same.
Okay, so are you hearing me okay now?
Yeah.
Better.
Okay, I'll take,
There's still an echo.
I'm having a hard time making it go away. But I thought you could hear me. Let's try again.
You sound like Lou Gehrig.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, good.
so we'll call the meeting of the Wheaton Park District to order. I'll take the roll. Commissioner Hodgkinson,
Here.
Commissioner Kelly,
Here.
Commissioner Fahey,
Here.
Commissioner Vyers,
Here.
Commissioner Fry,
Here.
Commissioner Morrill,
Here.
President May.
Here. And thank you, commissioners, for joining us one way or the other, with 5 of us joining via Zoom for the November 18, 2020 meeting of the Wheaton Park District Board of Commissioners. Mike, we have no presentations, correct?
Correct.
We have no community input. We have a short consent agenda. Striking item number E, we don't have the subcommittee meeting minutes yet, but unless a board member wishes to remove one of these agenda items, I will read those items into the record and ask for a motion to approve. Anyone want to remove anything? All right, I'll proceed. Consent agenda. Item A, approval of disbursements totaling $881,155.45 for the period beginning October 14, 2020, and ending November 10, 2020. B, the approval of the October 15, 2020 subcommittee meeting minutes. C, approval of the October 21, 2020 public hearing minutes. And D, approval of the October 21, 2020 board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
That Fry and Morrill?
Yes.
We've got
How'd you hear that, Bob? Pardon me?
We've got a motion by Fry and a second by Morrill. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Mike?
Commissioner Hodgkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers,
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
President May.
Yes. We have no unfinished business, and moving on to the new business, I would anticipate a fairly quick meeting since we fairly comprehensively covered all of these things, at least preliminarily in our subcommittee meeting last week. So moving on to new business, item number 1. I need a motion for the Northside Park permeable paver parking lot repair project.
I'll move contract with Bear Landscape Group at a cost not to $150 plus a 10% contingency.
Second.
Who was that second?
Fahey.
Fahey? We've got a motion by Hutchinson and a second by Fahey. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, Mike, voice vote?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Moving on to item number 2, I need a motion for the Northside Park Tennis Court Repair Project.
I move to approve an amended
Froze there somewhere.
Commissioner Fahey moved to approve the amended contract and warranty with MTJ Sports. His camera is frozen right now. And I believe Commissioner Fry seconded.
All right, we have a motion by Fahey.
Are they all frozen?
They're all frozen.
We've got a little technical problem here that we're going to work on just for a
You
minute.
guys, their screen just froze up there.
Can you put the microphone up to your phone?
John, are you there?
Looks like they're back.
All right, they're back. All right, they're back.
All right, I'm going
They
to
should
read
have
this
zoomed.
item number 2 back into the record. Everything froze. Need a motion for the Northside Park Tennis Court Repair Project.
So,
We're frozen again.
You froze again. Again,
Fahey made the motion and Fry
right,
seconded it.
and I had read that into the record, so I will go ahead and ask for all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Any opposed, same sign. The motion carries.
Moving on to item number 3, need a motion for the 855 Prairie Avenue HVAC Replacement Project.
I'll move for number 1 with MG Mechanics, cost of $4.
Second.
So Commissioner Fry moved to approve the change order with MG Mechanical for the Prairie Avenue HVAC replacement project for $495, and Commissioner Kelly seconded.
Was that Kelly or Commissioner Hodgson?
I'm sorry,
Hodgkinson.
Commissioner Hodgkinson seconded, thank you.
All right, with a motion and a second, do we have any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, Mike, a voice vote, please.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you.
Seeking a motion for items A and B regarding the Memorial Park renovation project.
I move that we approve change order 13 with Frederick Quinn Corporation. Includes 2 items, installation of park benches at a cost of $2,075, which are being deducted from the AV contingency allowance. And then a final deduction of $6,854 taken back from contingency money.
Second.
Is that
Byers.
Byers? We have a motion by Kelly and a second by Byers. Any comments, questions, or concerns? I have one question, Mike and/or Rob. Is that other related issue still pending between the architect and I think the contractor?
Terry, you guys' screen is freezing every other word, so,
Okay, John. Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Okay. My question was, has that related issue been resolved? It was some consternation between the architect and I think the contractor on a particular cost?
Not that I know, not since last week.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we communicated that we were rejecting their proposal. I have not seen a response from the contractor yet, though.
Okay, thank you both. If no one else has anything, Mike, voice vote, please.
For change order 13 for Memorial Park, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, same sign.
Moving on to item number
I think
5.
they're frozen.
Okay.
You guys are gone.
But you can still hear us, correct?
No,
Only-
yeah, Mike.
Thank
Mike,
you.
Occasion.
Mike, your internet connection is going in and out, so you guys are stopping and starting every 20 to 30 seconds.
All right.
We're using the city's system here, and I'm, we're doing the best we can.
Moving on to item number 5, need a motion pertaining to the Cosley Zoo Aviary Enclosures Replacement Project.
I'll move to approve the quote from Corners Limited to complete the construction and installation of aluminum indoor aviary holding enclosures in the amount not to exceed $15,000.
Second.
Second.
Who was the second?
Aye.
Was it Mike?
Jane.
Jane second. Jane Hodgkinson seconded.
We're gonna arm wrestle for it.
Well, Jane, you got it
I'll
now.
pick you, Jane. If I had to pick, I would pick you, Jane.
You got it now, Jane. We have a motion by Morrell and a second by Hodgkinson. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none. Mike, voice vote, please.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Moving on to item number 6. I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 2020-05.
I'll move to approve the ordinance 2020-05, an ordinance making a combined annual budget and appropriation of funds for the Wheaton Park District for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2021, ending December 31st, 2021.
Second.
Is that Byers?
Yes.
Yep.
Got a motion by Morrell and a second by Byers. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none. Mike, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Hodgkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers,
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
President May.
Yes. Sounds like we're back on track. Moving on to item number 7. Need a motion to adopt ordinance 2020-06.
I'll move for the approval of an ordinance levying the tax of the Wheaton Park District, DuPage County, Illinois for the tax year 2020.
Second.
Motion by, who was that second?
Byers,
Hey.
Fahey.
Fahey. Motion by Fry and a second by Fahey. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none. Mike, would you call roll, please?
Commissioner Hodgkinson,
Jane.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers,
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
President May.
Yes. Moving on to item number 8. Need a motion to adopt ordinance 2020-07.
I move to approve ordinance 2020-07 to abate the taxes heretofore levied for the tax year 2020 to pay debt service on the general obligation, refunding park bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2019A of the Wheaton Park District, DuPage County, Illinois.
Second.
We got a motion by Byers and a second by Morrell. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none. Mike, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Hodgkinson,
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers,
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
President May.
Yes. Moving on to item number 9. It's simply a re-review of the employee insurance benefits renewal for 2021, which we discussed in our subcommittee meeting last week, and it's here on the agenda for any additional questions, comments, or concerns.
I'll state that last year, when we were able to secure 2-year pricing, no increase, the board did approve the insurance program, a bundled insurance program for health, dental, vision, group term life, and employee assistance for the fiscal years 2020 and 2021, making it not necessary to take any action this evening.
Any commissioner comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 10. Similar situation. It's a re-review of the health insurance employee contribution rates for 2021, which we discussed in our subcommittee meeting last week. Any additional questions or comments or concerns from anyone? Hearing none, that exhausts our new business agenda portion. Moving on to reports from staff. Mike, would you like to start?
Yes. Is everybody still hearing okay on Zoom?
Coming in and out.
Coming in and out. Well, I guess hopefully you can hear the extent of my report because of the communication issues we're having. I'd like to suggest, based on the fact that the December agenda items are shaping up to all be housekeeping in nature, I'd make a suggestion that we not hold a subcommittee meeting in December. I'd be happy to follow up via email and discuss it further, as opposed to getting into a broken conversation this evening. But my recommendation would be to have the regular meeting, but suspend the need for a December subcommittee meeting.
Does anybody object to that?
I'm
No.
good with that.
Are you still going to send us a list of what you call house?
Yes, my intention would be to provide a memo outlining all of the items that will be on the December agenda, and offering the opportunity for any dialogue at that time on any of those items. And if after receiving that list of agenda items, the board wishes to have a subcommittee meeting, certainly we can go back to doing so.
I think
I'm good with that.
I think that's fair.
Thank you.
I'm good with that.
Thank you very much. That's all I have.
That's it, Mike?
That's it for tonight.
Any comments or questions from commissioners regarding the other reports from staff? Any comments?
I'll make some,
Ray?
just bear with me, please.
Sure.
Since I'm here and you're not here.
Maybe interesting.
I just want to congratulate the Cosley Zoo people with their pumpkin sales.
Is
They
the
had a
community
record
center going to
year.
be open to them?
She unfroze. Jane, you were frozen there for part of your conversation.
We lost you.
You
Again,
emailed Paul like that today?
Do you want me to give this stuff to Donna and you just write it into the,
are they look like they're all back again.
you there, Bob?
Oh, we're back.
You are? All right. You just didn't want to listen to me, that's all.
What did you say?
Yeah, we cut out, Ray, every time you talk. it
I wanted to
cuts out.
congratulate the Cosley staff for their pumpkin sales, and I hope their Christmas tree sales do as well. They had a record year for pumpkins. Kind of surprised me, but good for them. Wondering, and I don't need a response right now, but how are we doing on the tents at Arrowhead for food and beverage? Is it worth what we invested in that enterprise? Would like to know. Also, the Halloween happening, if you were to look at that page 3, I guess it's of the recreation part, the Halloween happening, the comments from parents were wonderful. I think it deserves that you take kind of special note of it. They did a great job with Halloween happening in spite of all the restrictions they were faced. And congratulations to Tara and Deb for the Halloween happening events and the nice response that they got. And in the rec report, I want to congratulate the staff on, I like their, I don't know what you would call this, but their statement that we love where we work and we want you to love where you live. I thought that's a pretty nice reaction to the jobs they do. And congratulations to Vicki and Donna, our Donna, for achieving the Certified Park and Recreation Professional Certification. That's not an easy thing to achieve, and So for those who have gone through that process, congratulations to them, and they were two that did it. And I also want to take note of the fact that 12 staff completed the year-long Leadership Academy through the Corporate Learning Institute, and I'm thankful that so many people are taking advantage of that educational opportunity that we're providing for them. Hopefully, it's going to be a great asset to the Wheaton Park District. Also want to recognize Matt Roble for going through the Wheaton Police Citizens Academy. Totally different, kind of out of the norm of what we might do as a park and recreation agency or employees, and yet he went through that program, and so kudos to him. And one last thing, if I get to this page, I found it really interesting that our challenge course at the Lincoln Marsh, 90% of the youth family programs are non-residents. I found that to be both interesting and a little bit discouraging, and hope that at some point we can turn that around. It's a fantastic facility, and I just don't know how or why we're not reaching our residents. So those are my comments, and thank you.
Commissioners? Anyone? We frozen again?
You probably didn't hear. I can repeat it if you want me to repeat it.
Well,
We appreciate the compliments and the comments, Commissioner Morrow, but you don't have to repeat.
I'm going to move through some quickly. Regarding staff reports, shout out to Adam Lewandowski and Darrell Houston for taking on the baseball, softball field lining duties and saving us about $12,000 in part-time staff costs. Talking to Park podcast is still going, with, other countries taking a look at it, which is impressive to me. We've got, again, I'll echo what Ray said about, the Cosley activities for, the Halloween events. Our pumpkin sales were up. I want to recognize our pumpkin vendor for his donation. Our donations in October continued, which is, again, appreciated. We've got, I don't want to fail to mention the Cosley Zoo earning of a $5,000 grant from the AZA Zoo and Aquarium All Hazards Preparedness, Response, and Recovery Fusion Center. Apparently, it's to be shared, but that's still significant. Parks Plus Fitness continues to go. I want to recognize our golf staff. Thank you for all that hard work, and our rounds for the 2020 season are going to exceed those of the 2019 season. And according to our director of golf, we have had a significant November, a November that exceeds any recent totals for golf rounds. Thank you to staff for all that. Just a couple quick comments about our recreation annual report. I commend the staff for all of the professional development programs that they were involved in, and all of those achievements, and also the community involvement, that seems to be quite extensive by those staff members. Again, kudos to the recreation staff. That's the extent of my comments. Anyone else?
I'd like to know, Mike, what's going to be open to the public after Friday? Is there any limitations to using the fitness center, the walking tracks, the adult exercise equipment in the parks, any of those things?
Beginning with the Tier 3 mitigations that were announced yesterday that take effect Friday, the parks will be open for business as usual. The playgrounds are open for business as usual. The community center is open for indoor track use and fitness center use, and we will be sending out communication to the community that will now be need to be done via a timed ticket reservation system, similar to how we welcome people to the zoo. So you'll need a reservation to come to the fitness center as well as the track. The Mary Loveco Center will be closed. The museum will be closed. All indoor athletic and recreation programming will be suspended. We will be offering one-on-one private athletic training as allowed for within the set of guidelines, mitigations, in the same way that we do one-on-one personal training for fitness. The Arrowhead Restaurant will remain open for curbside service and pickup. We will no longer be able to hold small group meetings and gatherings in the banquet facility with this Tier 3 mitigation program. And we will still have limited tent patio seating at Arrowhead for dining as well. So essentially what we've lost is the ability to program recreation and athletics indoors. By the order, the museum needs to be closed. And it does also state that outdoor gatherings should be limited to 10 people.
Mike, if everybody can hear, do you want to cover any issues related to the ice rinks?
As I stated in my memo or email to the board yesterday, I'm reviewing the Tier 3 mitigation statements as it might relate to the ice rink operations with DuPage County Health Department, and I'll, for what applies and what doesn't, seeking some clarifications, and I'll be in touch with the board after seeking some guidance. My primary concern is regarding the statement regarding gathering limitations, but I will report back to the board. At this juncture, the ice sheets would not be open just based on the weather and preparation schedule until possibly that first week of December, so after the Thanksgiving week. But I will be in touch with the board regarding my follow-up with the health department.
Anyone else? We have no reason for closed session.
Yeah, I'd like to
Oh,
speak.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, are we back or no?
Yes, you're fine.
Okay, it's been freezing up on our end, so I just wanted to weigh in real quick. Hey, Mike, this has been kind of a disaster from a technological standpoint, and it's not, it's from the city standpoint. And if it's not safe for us to meet, unless we're masked up and with plexiglass between us, and if the conditions are that bad, can we go back to just doing straight Zoom meetings? That would be my question, because I think the technology worked a little bit better when it was just, all of us on Zoom rather than having this kind of joint in-person and Zoom meeting. So that would be my suggestion.
Yeah, I would agree. This has not been ideal, and I guess if I had it to do over again, I would have probably just made it I would have requested 100% Zoom meeting. So you and I are in agreement there, and if the board agrees, certainly let's just meet via Zoom and send a public notice out to include Zoom contact for the public as well.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
I think that's a good point.
We'll do so. Sounds like everybody's in agreement.
Anyone else? Having no reason for a closed session tonight, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
Okay, we've got a motion by Morrell and a second by Vires. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you all.
Thank you for your patience.